Hey guys, welcome to another music tutorial. Today I want to show you a cool little trick we can do with filters, and I'll be doing this tutorial in Ableton, but the same thing applies to Logic or Fruity Loops or whatever you like. To do this, to set this up, we need some sort of filter, and we're gonna need a filter that can feedback all by itself. And a few examples of filters that can do that are the Daft filter in Massive, and that's the one right here. Sorry, Daft. The Volcano filters, some of them can do that. This hard filter, but this extreme filter, they can all do that same trick. And then if you don't have that stuff, you probably have Complete, and then in Guitar Rig there's another filter, the Pro filter, and that also feedbacks. So there are a few options available. If you don't have any of these, I'm sure you have some. You just have to look for them a little bit. So the first step is I'm gonna switch all these off, and then in Massive I've made a very short block, just like that, because we're not gonna hear the sound. We needed to trigger the feedback of the filter. So when you go to the envelope pages in Massive, you can set the level all down and make the decay very short, so that you just get this block. Then my filter of choice is gonna be the Volcano filter, because I like the sound of it. Remember, all filters have sort of a different sound, and it's good to get your favorites there. So I'm gonna choose the extreme, and then I'll keep pressing a key, and I'm gonna set the cutoff lower and the resonance higher. And there it goes. So you can hear the point where it starts feedbacking. Then you can just release the key and it will go all by itself. So now we have a solid tone that never stops unless I put the cutoff or the volume down. Sorry, I meant to say resonance, not cutoff. So the high resonance, that's gonna make sure that the feedback is starting. The higher you set it, the more likely it is to start. And then now the cutoff, it sets the tone of the feedback. And if you go, there it goes. So that means that with the cutoff we can make a melody, because this is just like a keyboard where it will have different tones. So if I use an LFO, for example, I can set it up like that, and I can map it to the cutoff by dragging it, and then we get this interesting effect. And now if I give more steps to the LFO by clicking on these plus buttons right here, and I set the glide a little bit down, now I can make my melody because I have different steps. I'm gonna trigger it again. So that is how to set it up in Volcano. And if you don't have that filter, you can try Guitar Rig. If we open it up, we see the Pro filter, and here the same technique applies. We set the cutoff very low and then the resonance very high, and then we plug the key until it starts feedbacking. And there it goes. And now we're gonna use a modifier, and we can choose the sequencer, for example. And I have a preset here where it has all these steps down. And then I'm gonna set this to 1/16 note, and then we drag this handle to the cutoff to modulate the cutoff. And now when we set these sliders, we hear our melody, and we can set the slide knob at the top here a little bit more to the left, so that it's so that the steps are more sudden. We can open a reverb after this to make it a little bit more interesting. And then maybe with some drums. So I hope you enjoyed that idea and have fun experimenting with it. And if you have any questions, just let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.